Hey, and today we have something a little bit different again, as I seem to just be doing different things every day nowadays when it comes to just listening to the albums. And today I have Rob Scallon, because yes, he's a YouTuber, but he also is a musician, and he has put out albums. In fact, I think he was trying to be a musician before he became a YouTuber, so that's kind of how it went. But I am reviewing today his self-titled, Rob Scallon, which he released like fucking over 10 years ago at this point. Mostly, and what I find interesting about Rob Scallon and this his music is that it was definitely something that I never heard before, because essentially the way I can describe is basically imagine like piano but a guitar instead. Basically, that's it, right? Like these albums, like other albums, there was just solo piano. This album is just solo guitar. Pretty much every song is just single guitar, not even multiple guitars, just single guitar pretty much throughout the entire song. And it's really relaxing. It's weirdly relaxing. It gives it a very weird, very intimate vibe in a way. It's very lonely vibe as well, right? It does feel it's definitely like, because guitar definitely has an interesting sound, and I think that in a lot of the songs there's definitely this try of making both sort of a bass and the guitar, so basically a rhythm and a lead throughout the entire thing. Although this definitely does play a lot with short rhythm sections, for sure, and a lot of different melody sections as well, always changing throughout the songs. And I honestly, I did enjoy it quite a bit. I think it was very interesting, especially to listen to something like this again, because again, I have never really heard anything like this. So to me, it was definitely an interesting experience. I mean, I already knew of Rob Scallon, obviously, and I had heard like "Rain." I think it was that song, and "For That Second," I think, were the two songs that I heard. But yeah, basically the rest of the songs of the album are kind of the same. By far, the one I actually enjoyed the most, though, outside of "Rain" and "For That Second," was "Murder," where especially the way the song sort of slowly builds up, this give it a more special feeling, a more unique feeling for sure. And Heard Again was also really good. I really just enjoy how, again, it feels very intimate, it feels very lonely, and it feels very peaceful. I think the entire album feels very just relaxing. There isn't much going on, and that's a positive. That's like, it's just melodies. It feels like a lullaby at points. You just have sort of the album, and I think one of the things I could easily do with this is just sort of go outside and during spring take a nap while listening to this. That's pretty much it, right? Just that's sort of relaxing to me. It's definitely very interesting. I must say though, some songs definitely do lack more of that, I guess, catchiness when it comes to the melodies. Songs like "Rain" or "For the Second" do feel much more like songs, I guess. They do feel like they have a story to tell, while some of the songs really don't here, right? They're more, I guess, in a way, experimental. They're more about the sound itself than, I guess, any type of perhaps like story, in the composition of the songs. Some of them just feel like nice sounds put together, as opposed to actually having sort of a head and body and legs or whatever, right? So in that regard, I would probably say that this album definitely is not as like amazing from that regard, but I can see where I guess I can see where Rob was coming from, and I can definitely appreciate a lot of what the album has to offer. I do think that this is a very unique style of playing, and it's a very unique style of making music. I know there's other artists that do this as well, but like, again, I just felt it's very unique, especially because of how, again, like, relaxing it feels. It feels very peaceful. It feels very intimate, There's definitely, it sort of creates this atmosphere, this space where you exist alongside the music, and you don't even exist as a person in a way. You just exist as part of someone or of something that is, being connected to the music and nothing else, right? It's very peaceful in that regard. It feels very, in a way, unique, I guess. What's the word that I want to use here? Because it's not unique. It's more like it feels definitely like an experience. It's a sort of out of body experience. that you end up getting from this. But yeah, with 12 songs, the album it's pretty good. You know, it's a self-titled. I know that he does have more albums like this, and I know that I'll probably touch on them later. But yeah, it does do a lot of stuff, and he used to do stuff when it came to music, as he did more music than he did videos, and then he ended up, the videos ended up blowing up and allowing him to make music as well, which is super well known for nowadays. So in that regard, is definitely something. But yeah, essentially that's the, I guess, first album that I've heard from him, and yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I do know, by the way, because I do need to notice this, or to note this rather. As far as I know, because Rob Scallon, so I think that this is sort of a, best of Rob Scallon type of thing, because I do know that, or at least I do think that some of the songs here do appear in earlier works that he made, because again, like, he didn't start making music in 2013, he started making music before that. So technically this is more of like a best of album, I would say, necessarily, rather than just like, I guess, his first album or whatever. So maybe I'll check out his earlier works, although some of them will have the same songs again. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, and I'll see you next time.